Hello, hello. If this isn't your first time here, welcome back. If it is, welcome in. I'm going to be doing a reading on Bill Skarsgard and his wife, Alina Morberg, I believe. I've never heard anybody, no, not wife, girlfriend, sorry. I've never heard anybody say her name out loud, so if I pronounce that wrong, I'm so sorry. But we're going to start off. Let's see. Let's see what's going on with them. Okay. You want to come out, so let me just go ahead. What are you? Oh. Ooh. Okay. It's her say. Largely female led home. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we have a home that's largely, at least day-to-day functions, she tends to have more of the say-so. There is a degree of unhappiness here, and it has a lot to do with the amount of effort that they're putting in. Could this be why they're not like married? Maybe? With the amount of effort that they have to put into each other. From the perspective of a wealthy person, like having a child versus marriage and putting financial stuff together, it's very different for them, because your financial stuff, you could lose like everything that you've worked for, but with a child, shared custody, stuff like that, to some of them it might not seem like a big deal. So I don't know the reasons why they're not married, but I can look at that. Why are they not? Why haven't they tied the bow? Because it could be a similar situation like, like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. It doesn't have to be because one partner is being awful. Okay, last time. Yeah, it has to do with work. And that's the point of contention. That is the reason why they're not married. Artistic differences. Wow. Not only that, not tough enough to approach the topic in a way that's meaningful. The conversations have been had, but they're both being so agreeable with each other that the conversation's not moving. So neither knows quite how the other feels about it. It's very much talking in a circle. It's like two confused people going, exactly. Like that's that's the vibe I'm getting here. But it does have to do with finances. It does have to do with certain like artistic beliefs, possibly political beliefs. Yeah, and that is a point of contention. The financial, and then the beliefs, the belief systems, which I don't know what parties they affiliate with. I don't know anything like that. So let's see Bill's perspective, and then we're going to look at Alina's perspective. So Bill's first. How do you feel about your relationship? Like overall, how do you feel about it? It's work, it's effort. Yeah, this is not an effortless union at all. I'm willing to do it, but not in the way that she wants. She has a very specific expectation that it's getting annoying to fulfill that. She will have a very specific expectation about marriage that will be equally as annoying. But I'm going to keep working at it. No intentions of breaking up, no intentions of stepping away from each other, at least right now. He's like, I'm going to be here. This is annoying. I'm putting a lot of work in here. I don't feel like it's completely paying off. I'm going to still work at it. Because he does care about her. Okay. Now, what about Alina? What about Alina? How do you feel about your relationship? One more time. One more time for the girl. For the girly pop. Okay. I'm in control. I'm in control. It in large part has to do with her, not him. There are very specific things that I want, and those expectations haven't been met. Yeah. There's the possibility of it happening in the future. I'm not talking about marriage when I say this, but she has very specific... I mean, I'm not just talking about marriage. She has very specific expectations about how things are supposed to go. And she believes that those things can happen in the future. She's not seeing enough currently to, like, constitute them going further. And bear in mind, everybody does not have to be married. Like, this could just mean, like, going further in their relationship. And the end all be all is not always marriage for a lot of people. Like, some people just want a life partner. So, yeah, I'm not sure what specifics we're looking at here. But she doesn't feel like those specifics are being met by either of them. She feels like there's the possibility that they will be in the future. So Bill is more looking at himself and how he's working in the relationship. She's looking at both of them and going, I feel like both of us right now have the potential to move, like, to be kind of closer, but currently we're not making those steps. Yeah. And she recognizes how much say-so she has in the relationship. This is pretty healthy, actually. What I'm seeing here, this is pretty healthy. Yeah. I can see why they thought to have kids. At least I think they have kids. I read somewhere that they have kids. There's some pretty stable people. Okay, so let's look. Right, I have my oracle. Let's look at the future. Let's look at the future of them together. Ooh, woo. How are they going to do in the future? Oop. How are they going to do in the futuro? Ooh. Temptation. It looks like they're going to make the choice to... It looks like they're going to make the choice to stay together. It looks like they are going to come to some sort of a crossroads within the next, like, 3 years. Some things outside of their relationships are going to start looking really good to them. Her power. Okay. Ultimately, it looks like they're going to decide to stick with each other. It ultimately they're going to make the decision to be like, no, this is my person. So um it looks like coming up you're going to have some people enter their lives or present themselves in a different way than they have before. That is going to lead to them thinking, at least thinking about what their situation could be like if they didn't have to be with each other. I think they are actually going to stick it out. I think they're going to like decide that they are each other's person like permanently. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to hit the tripod, but they're going to decide that they are each other's person permanently, and it's lockstep, which they've already kind of reached this lockstep point, but it's just going to be more so. It's going to be more so. And you don't have to get married to reach this point. I know a lot of people have that misconception. And that's part of the reason why their finances are all over the place, but you don't have to do that. And it looks like they're one of those couples that doesn't really have to do that. They don't necessarily need it as a form of security. A lot of people choose marriage as a form of security and don't consider whether or not marriage actually works for them and their partner. Like you can be separate and know that you're still together. You can have an unconventional relationship. That happens all the time. And plenty of those people make it fine, but it looks like they're secure enough in their situation that they're just like, we don't really have to do it. Yeah. But the conversations are being had, but they both need to be more honest within those conversations. Actually, I'm not done. I want to look at one more thing. If they choose to get married, what could that look like? Yep. This was a request, by the way. I never said that. Somebody requested this, and I do take requests with discretion. So, what could it look like if they do get married? Let's see. Okay. Upside down doesn't matter here, but that is negative. Okay. Okay. It doesn't look very good. Let me turn the cards around. Doesn't look very good. A feigned happiness it would be for the sake of people around them. It would be for the sake of people around them. So it wouldn't be for them. It would be because other people are just like, hey, you haven't done this yet. Hey, why haven't you done this yet? Hey, we want a celebration. Hey, why isn't this happening? Like that. And they would feel, if they started listening to those people, it would feel like there's more of a rush to get it done. So they would act on it. But ultimately, it wouldn't be good. And they would, like those people that I mentioned earlier that are going to like present themselves or let themselves be known, that's when they're going to start to show up. So if they stay as they are now, then those tests are going to come, and those tests are going to fly by pretty easily. But if they decide to go this route and then they're stuck in this state and then those people show up, that's bad. That's bad. That's not a good setup. Not a good setup at all. Yeah, exactly. Why? Why? Like that's the general energy. Why? You don't need to. So it has more to do with societal standards than it does their own relationship. If they were to go ahead and tie the knot. Okay. That's interesting. That was rather pleasant. I don't know that lady, but her energy is very, yeah. It wouldn't help anything at all. Yeah, her energy is it's very focused, it's very sure. It's nice. All right. So that's them. That's their relationship. Uh we can look a little bit at Bill. I don't know what she does, but I want to see what he's going to be kind of focused on. Sorry, I turned my head. I'm going to see what he's going to be focused on in the future. Is he going to be focused on the romance or more on the career? What's he doing? What's he doing? Okay, so he is on the right path. That's good. Yeah, he's solid on the right path. And he's denying projects. Interesting. He's chill. He's chill. He knows what he's doing in the future. The projects that he signed on to, it looks like he's going to stick with those. Nothing new right now. He's content with his career and the trajectory it's on. Ugh, I keep hitting the tripod. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's solid. He's at peace. Like it looks like one of his projects is going to be even more different from what he's already done. So it is going to be a stretch for him as an actor. That's nice. I see a lot of actors and actresses choosing stuff that's extremely, I want to say, easy for them. And it makes it so uninteresting to watch. So if you're going to push your own boundaries for the sake of your craft, shoot, go for it. Nobody else is doing that right now. Like, very few people are doing that right now. So yeah, this looks good. This looks good. He's denying a lot of stuff. Is it the role in It? Yes. So that role in It, it put him on the map even more so. And that's saying something, because he's been in this for a while. But it's like it opened the floodgates. And either he's denying a lot of projects or his team is, because they're just like, yo, he's good where he is. Like, none of this extra stuff. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants. Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of discernment being applied here, which I really like. It's not just, oh, let's do that. No, he's paying attention. Chill. All right. That's the only thing I was really interested in on my behalf, because I don't know much about his life at all, but I've seen a lot of stuff with him. I like creature stuff. And I like the characters that he gets into. They're kind of weird. So, yeah. That's them. Thanks for tuning in. Clean off your TV. You probably have handprints on the TV. What else? Vacuum. Vacuuming is nice. Put down some of that stuff that I can't name right now because my brain is falling short. And then vacuum. Drink your water, always. And if you feel like crap, take a shower. Sometimes it helps. All right. Have a great day. Bye.